Alright, I want to start by giving all glory and praise unto the Lord, Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Brakata Yahawah, Brakata Yahawashi, Brakata Yahawah, and Brakata Yahawashi. This is Brother Malachi giving double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who do rule and do teach for, and from whom I learned the truth, coming in the way of the Bahashim Rakakradash, which is the Holy Spirit of truth. Like I said before, this is Brother Malachi coming at you again. And I wanted to focus on, a real quick lesson going into, more updates in regards to this jab, more updates in regards to the current situations going into, these last days and how things are going to get more and more, things are going to get more and more, what's the word I'm looking for? Things are going to get more and more draconian and, more severe and austere, as Esau Edom, as we move closer and closer to Esau Edom losing his kingdom, because we know through the Spirit, according to Job 14, according to, Revelations 12 and 12, that, first off and foremost, that the joy of the wicked is but for a moment. And that we know through the Spirit that we are not to conform unto Edom's, regulations and his wicked intentions, man. The scriptures say, be conformed through the transforming of your mind, and once we're transformed with the knowledge and wisdom and understanding of the Most High, then we put on the Lord, man. We put on the Lord, Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, as a shield, as a buckler to protect us from, through the Spirit, the wiles of the devil. And we're going into it real quick. This is Romans 12, and I'm going to jump right to the point, and at verse 2, it says, and be not conformed to this world. So there's people that are conformed to this world that are going to go along with the okie doke, get the jab, get the MOB, and, and it's, everything's going to be good, right? Everything's going to be great. Well, that would be contrary to what they would believe, man. Anyone that's conforming to this world, the Lord Yahawah Shem Yahawashi is going to destroy, with the nuclear ICBM missiles and many other types of various judgments that's going to come upon the earth, whether it be, you getting gunned down, wild beasts, apparitions and spirits created for vengeance. The Lord Yahawah Shem Yahawashi is going to take you up out of this bitch if you choose to not conform. I mean, it's like if you choose to conform to this world. All right, but we're supposed to be transformed by the renewing of our minds, and a part of that is to believe in the Lord and to reject anything that's contrary. The scriptures say, love the good, hate the evil, and that's a part of this walk that we are in, to hate the evil and love the good. And a part of the evil is this wicked jab right here, man. All right, and I'm gonna get right into this article, man. And Yahawah willing through the Spirit, this be an edifying, edifying lesson unto the hopeful body of the elect. But I'm gonna get right into it. But this is the article that I had came across. This is it was on RT News. It says first ever nationwide lockdown for unvaccinated is on the cards, and this is going to happen. Esau likes to do everything in gradualism, which means that he likes to do everything, slowly and slowly inching it ultimately until, everyone's fucked. It's like basically putting a frog in boiling water and turning up the temperature. That's what's going on right now. You can't turn the temperature up all at once, but if you do it gradually, then the frog won't be able to notice and he'll slowly cook. And that's what's happening unto the minds of these wicked people, or Esau Edom, that's not in the know, and the 2/3 of the nation of Israel who are going to be destroyed for lack of understanding and a lack of knowledge. All right, and Esau Edom and all these other nations that are caught up over here are going to be destroyed as well. They are not going to get a pass just because. But ultimately, man, I wanted to hop into this article and get the respective precepts in Yahawah willing to be edifying unto the hopeful body of the elect. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. It says on Sunday. Actually, no, I'm going to... Salak. Right. So basically, this is an article going into, the severity of the lockdown and where they want to lock down at. But this one is talking about Australia. But whatever's gonna happen over there, it's gonna trickle down to Babylon, and eventually, Babylon's gonna be locked down. Unvaccinated gonna be locked down because they want to make a example out of the unvaccinated, because the unvaccinated are doing what? They are not being conformed unto this world. They are sticking to their guns, sticking to their faith. And, the scriptures say the just shall live by faith. So, through the Spirit, the just are going to, stick by their faith, and it's going to be tested because they're going to want to hem you up. They're going to want to make life difficult for you because you are not conforming. You're not taking the yab, which is ultimately nothing but a precursor to the RFID chip, which is the MOB, and that's all it is. But we're going to stay on our watch and believe in the Lord and trust in the Lord. And, the scriptures say that the Lord is a strong tower, and Proverbs 16:11, roughly paraphrasing, Lord willing, But anyway, reading into this article, it says the idea of a nationwide lockdown exclusively targeting the unvaccinated was first floated by the government in September and designed to enter effect when 30% of the ICU beds became occupied by COVID patients. The number currently stands at just 20% rising, and they can fudge the numbers, they can lie, but ultimately this is what Esau Edom wants to do. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to do it slowly but surely. It says, speaking at the press conference on Thursday, Schellenberg was clear about how restrictive the lockdown would be for the unvaccinated. So this is what they want. Now, this is happening in Australia, but there's nothing that, that this just can't come into the western parts of the world. You know what I'm saying? Because Western Europe and all those things are part of the NATO and the EU, part of the beast system. So it says, speaking at the press, It says, one cannot leave one's home unless one is going to work, shopping for essentials, stretching one's legs, namely what we all had to suffer through 2020, he stated. Because during the time of 2020, there was a time where the whole world was literally on lockdown. And, they eased it up, and now it's going to come a time where they're going to put the world back on lockdown. Because what does Esau Edom want to ultimately accomplish? He wants his new world order, and he wants people to conform. He wants people to take their MOB. He wants people to get yabbed up, because the yab is gonna go hand in hand with the MOB. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, man, we're not gonna be conformed, and we're not gonna be ignorant unto Satan's devices. All right, this is Esau Edom, writing and declaring unrighteous decrees, man. He's putting this into law. He's trying to put this into practice. You know what I'm saying, through the Spirit, to cause those that don't conform to struggle or to make their lives difficult. But the Lord, already prophesied and said this was going to happen. You know what I'm saying, that we're going to have to enter to the kingdom through great tribulation. So this is part of it, man. Being persecuted for righteousness' sake, just because you don't want to take no damn poison, but it is what it is. Reading on, it says, some of 3.1 Australians around 35% of the population are not fully vaccinated. The country's vaccination rate is one of the lowest in Europe. Schellenberg described the lackluster jab take up as shameful. So because people ultimately in Australia, 3.1 million don't want to take it, then they're shameful. Like this is what Esau, says, through the Spirit, like, oh, you didn't take our poison. You know what I'm saying? You didn't take our poison. Oh, well, through the Spirit, that's shameful. Or they gonna make it to where you are ultimately you are the bad person, quote unquote, for not taking this man's poison, for not taking this man's juice, man. Ultimately. There's another precept here. Slovakia. here. I think it might be Second Thessalonians though. Probably. Salakia. But this is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 2. It says that ye be not shaken in mind, or be troubled neither by the spirit, nor by word, nor by the letter of us, as the day of Mashiach is at hand. This is the day of the Lord. A day of darkness and not light. It says in verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means, that the day should not come except there should be a falling away first. The falling away was the Israelites going into captivity, losing our heritage, and going through that whole ordeal, and us returning and receiving it back. But we had to fall away first, and that was speaking of the children of Israel, consisting of Yisokar, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, who need to return and repent unto the Lord Yahawashi before ultimate destruction. Okay, and it says that the man of sin should be revealed in the son of perdition, and this is what's going on, and this is what Esau is mad about, that he's being revealed, and he's calling them shameful for not taking the damn yab, when Esau is the damn devil, and he's being revealed now. So of course we're not going to take the damn yab, because you're being revealed, man. You are the son of perdition, which goes into destruction. Okay, you are trying to oppose yourself and exalt yourself against the stars of heaven, which is going into the nation of Israel and going into Yahawashi, man. Okay, we're not going to be ignorant, and we're not going to be conformed to take this poison, man. All right, because you're being revealed, man. You are the devil. You are our adversary. You are Esau, Edom, the enemy. Okay, Ashashua says in verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself all above that is called the Most High, and that is worship, so that he sitteth as the Most High in the temple of the Most High, and showeth himself that he is the Most High. So Esau, Edom wants to have this godlike control over the masses of the people, but the thing about that is Esau, Edom is not a god. He's a man. All right, we are gods, but we are in a lower state. But the Lord Yahawashi is going to exalt us from this lower state in due time. All right, if we hold fast, man. And the scriptures speak on that. And a part of that is not conforming unto Esau's, Edom's, his jab fest. Now this is I'm gonna jump right down. This is Revelations 2 and 25. And I'm gonna jump right to it. It says, but he, that's a like, yeah. It says Revelations 2 and 25. It says, but that which ye have, which is his truth, which is his understanding, the faith that's been built up within us through all these years and time as we've been in his truth, believing and hoping on, for the mercy's sake of the Lord Yahawashi. It says, but that which ye have already, hold fast till I come, which is speaking of who? Yahawashi. It says in verse 26, but he that overcometh, and a part of this is not taking the yab, part of this is not taking the MOB, standing stiffly for the Lord, because, we're going to receive crowns, like it speaks of in 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter, if we, overcometh and keepeth the works unto the end. You know what I'm saying? So it says, he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power, which is going to spiritual power. I will give power over the nations, and the nations going into Esau, Edom, Moab, all these heathens that are round about, that are going to be an inheritance unto us, like it says in Psalms 2 and 8. Okay, it says, I will give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. So we're going to have rulership, we're going to have power over these nations, And as a vessel of a potter shall they be broken into shivers, even I have received my fathers. And if they, they disobey us, they go against our word, we're going to destroy them. Just like a potter would destroy a vessel, and break it in pieces, So, we just got to hold fast unto our integrity, hold fast unto our faith until the Lord rewards us, man. So let me get this man. Okay, let me get a precept here. Salaki. I'm looking for a particular precept. Salakia. I knew it was in Hebrews, but it might be Hebrews. Damn, I'm forgetting the precept I'm thinking about in my head to grab right now. But damn, Salakia, bear with me. Let's go back to the article. I'm kind of forgetting the precept. But yeah, they describe it as, shameful, man. And reading on, it says, should the government in Vienna go ahead and with the lockdown plan, Australia would be the only country in the world to impose lockdown solely on the unvaccinated. Other countries have used similar heavy-handed methods to force compliance. And that's what, Esau Edom is about, forcing, he's about coming with the sword. Eventually, he'll come, with his hands open, asking you to take the jab, asking you to do this, asking you to do that. But eventually, they're going to come with force to get you to take that yab. And eventually, they're going to come with force to get you to take that MOB. The Mark of the Beast, Salakia. So, but it says the methods of forced compliance with the jab. However, in the U.S., Biden administration have pressed private employers to fire staff who refuse the so-called yab passport are common throughout Europe and entering bars and entertainment venues in New Zealand. Prime Minister Adrian has explicitly backed the 2-year tier system of freedom for unvaccinated and restrictions for the unvaccinated. So we know things are going to get more and more. They're going to come more with more draconian measures as far as to get people to conform into this yab. They're going to come for your job. They're going to come for your livelihood. They're going to come for everything. They're going to do everything they have to do to ultimately get people to conform onto this yab, man. But we know better, and we're not ignorant unto Satan's devices, man. I had a couple precepts I wanted to get, but I keep forgetting which ones they was. Lord willing, they come back to my mind. I had a precept in my head. I had a precept in my head and then fucking forgot. Bear with me. I know I'm wild. I just had it, man. Damn, I hate when that happens. Well, I guess while that precept is somewhere in my head, I can just go get another precept. Now this is Galatians, and I'm gonna jump right to the point. I think it's Galatians 6. I don't know why. Now this is Ephesians 6 and 11. It says, "Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to fight, that you may be able to stand, so like against the wiles of the devil." And a part of the wiles of the devil is going to this Yahawah and all the other wickedness and enchantments that Esau Edom tries to put on the nation of Israel. All right, because all this is coming from on top. You know, the Yahawah, the MOTB, the New World Order, all that's coming from on top because of the wicked agenda that they want to get off the forefront. But for us to survive it and for us to get through it, we're going to have to put on the whole armor of the Most High, which is going to equipping this truth within our minds and moving forward within that, man. All right. But jumping down from Ephesians 6 to Ephesians 13, it says, "Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to withstand the devil, the evil day, having done all to stand." All right. So, because what we know that knowledge and wisdom is going to be the stability of our times, you know, and that's why we got to put on the whole armor of the Most High as things wax worse and worse with the jab, and wax worse and worse with the MOTB, and just wax worse and worse within the world in and of itself, because Esau Edom is going to come down with that with more draconian laws and make it tough on those that don't want to conform to exist, to live in this kingdom, man. But it says, and why is that? I'm going to show you. It says, in wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the times, and strength of salvation, and the fear of the Lord is his treasure. So this is what we are going to rely upon in these last days. So let me get a precept here in Isaiah 59, because, you know, it's going to probably be my last precept. I'm going to wrap this up, but let me just get there real quick through spirit, and it's going to be this is Isaiah 59? This is Isaiah 59. I guess I can start at 14. It says, "And judgment is turned away backward." This is how it is right now in this kingdom, because guess who's in rulership? Esau, Edom, and they're wicked, and so they're not going to give us the true justice that we deserve. But the Lord Yahawashi is going to come on our behalf and recompense us and give us that justice, man, in due time. You know, got to have patience. But it says in verse 14, "And the judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off. For the truth falleth in the street, and iniquity cannot enter." It says in verse 11, "The point, and truth faileth, and he that departed from evil." All right, we're trying to depart from this world. We're trying to depart from the We're trying to depart from the things that are evil. The scriptures say, "Hate the evil of the good." So as we try to put that into practice, we make ourselves a prey. Things get difficult, and it's almost like we're the prey as we try to do the right thing in the sight of these immoral, you know, people. You know, but nonetheless, you know, the scriptures and the prophecies are still going to come to pass. It says, and judgment, it says in verse 15, "And truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey, and the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that it was no judgment." All right. So with all that being said, I want to, you know, chalk this up. When it was edifying unto the body of the whole for the leg. Just a quick update going to, you know, the Yahawah, going to how eventually, it is more than likely going to be pushed and enforced on the whole world, even over here in Babylon, you know, especially towards the unvaccinated, and going to get more draconian. But we're still going to put on the whole armor of the Most High, and be not conformed unto Esau Edom's devices, man. because we know that he's off. And we're going to have patience, man. We're going to wait for the Lord to plead our cause, man, and deliver us from this man. Zephaniah 3:8 says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my righteous indignation, and all my fierce anger, and all the earth shall be devoured in the fire of my jealousy." So this is what the Lord is going to do for us and unto all our enemies, man. You know, but we got to hold fast, man. And the Lord's going to deal with us, man. Through the Spirit's going to deliver us. All right, but the scriptures do say wait upon the Lord, man. The scriptures don't say, you know, get carnal and all that. The scriptures say wait. So with all that being said, you know, y'all willing this being edifying unto the whole body of the elect. And I want to say shalom. All right, until the next video.